Sweet like chocolate pie. Na 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 na. Da, 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 na, na, da, na, na.
Fuck me, it feels like I'm in the theatre.
BGT.
If it was just like heckling us on the front row. Yeah, you down there. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Golf Supply Podcast, episode number 5.
5, yeah, we made it
number
to number 5.
5.
Halfway to double figures.
Halfway to double figures. It's been received really well, which has been great news. It's no longer sponsored by Golfing Days.
Yeah,
So it's not the Golf Supply Podcast sponsored by Golfing Days anymore. But we just wanted to open this podcast with just saying thank you to Mark, Olivia, Ollie for their support over the last few months. Hasn't worked out for one reason or not, but we're all still very amicable. Still got a lot of respect for those guys over there. But the Golf Supply Podcast is now looking for sponsors.
Seeking employment.
Yeah, seeking employment. So I think before we get into this episode, which is just going to be a bit of talking shit, to be honest, for an hour or so, if you are someone who thinks your business or your venture could benefit from having some ad roles in the Golf Supply Podcast, or if you just want to support our channel, there is opportunities there. Just send us a DM or an email to info@golfsupply.co.uk and we can have a chat with you. With that being said, Westy, how are you, mate?
Yes, I'm good. I'm very well. I've had a hectic week moving into a flat, and I've been normally like when I'm on like the work benders and staying awake, it's because we're golfing and whatnot, but no golf has taken place.
No.
Just pure decorating and moving in and humping and dumping. But I've slept this morning back where we love to be, and then we'll get some golfing on the weekend. How are you?
I'm all right, mate.
The sun was shining today.
Yeah, it inspired me to do a vlog, an Instagram vlog, a day in the life.
Yep.
Yeah, so that.
Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah. I mean, if it does well, I don't think it'd be too difficult to. Do you know what the only annoying thing about doing it is, and I'm going to leave some of the clips in there.
Okay.
Is there's like a clip where I load everything into the car this morning, like the podcast equipment, your clubs, all that sort of stuff, and then like I drive off in the car, and then I had to stop the car around the corner, sprint back and get my camera. But I've left that clip in on the vlog, like running back to get it. So apart from that, it's actually quite stress free.
Like the micros behind it, the sort of the ins and outs of these clips that we all watch daily.
Yeah, it'll be more of like a. Not comedy, because I just thought today would be a good day because I've had the podcast, we had some deliveries, your wedges, Cole Buxton sent me loads of stuff, Lockie sent me loads of stuff, so I had some deliveries, I've been to the range, we had the podcast, I've gone and got lunch, do all this sort of stuff, so I was like, today would just be a good day to do like a day in the life.
Show you.
But I'm definitely going to leave a few of them bits in there of like me, like this cinematic walk, and then me running back to get the camera. So pod episode 5, obviously the next guest episode will be episode 6. Podcast 4 went down an absolute storm.
Yeah, it was a laugh. We had a good laugh. It was a good day for us in terms of collabs, filming. We had a good week that week. We had a good week last week, which I'm sure we'll touch on. But yeah, it was good. The 4 brothers on, and obviously we love the boys, and we've got along with them for a while. So it was good to get them on. It was their first podcast, and we delved a little bit deeper into what they're about, how they started, who they are, what they are. They're all lovely lads, and I'm glad that was taken well.
And they've set their own pod up now.
Yes, which is, I would have thought they would have already by now.
We said that to them. I think it was a bit of a no-brainer, like with some of the links they have in the industry, even on like the TikTok comedy side and stuff like that. I think it would just be a good idea for them to do a podcast. But it's good to see that they've done it. Yes. I've got loads of like little micro topics written down here to touch on.
Yeah, I've got 5.
If you just want to like proofread a couple of these, because this second one is after a conversation I had today. So a company got in contact today.
Okay.
And this second point was a really open conversation with them.
Yep.
The company that got in contact was, I'm not going to say their name for the purposes, but it was, do you know who it was? Who I had the call with today?
No.
You hit a shot and didn't get your reward.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I do that. Yeah.
So I had a conversation with them today. They were super cool. Well, the guy was super cool and wants to get involved in the Golf Supply channel. Yeah. And I didn't know if it would be quite an organic, because I ended that phone call with, he asked me to put a proposal across the sponsor to be a long-term sponsor to the Golf Supply.
Yep.
And what would we be looking for, and from a costing purpose and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And just give me your honest opinion whether you think we should discuss it here, not come up with an actual final figure.
Yeah.
Because it's not relatively new, because we've had sponsors on the channel before, but it's like, what should our thought process be in going back to this company with a figure to sponsor us? Because I think it could tie in really well with our channel.
Yes, I think being open is one thing, and we've always said we are as well.
Yeah.
We're open, and one thing that we're obviously going to touch on, and we're getting a lot of flack about, the comments and the language which we'll touch on. But like that, this is just us, and I think being open is fine. Like if we was two Sparkies sat here and it was the podcast called The Sparkies World, we'd talk about
Quotes
how much I'm going to charge, blah blah. So
you think it's okay to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean maybe not perfect amounts and stuff, just because of the way the industry is, and I don't want other people to undercut us and this and that, because they might ruin our opportunities, and we're trying to get to places, aren't we? So you know, we're trying to make this full time and whatnot. So,
but I think if you're happy to, I think we should touch on it and maybe like not come to a figure now, but like I would like to know your thought process on where how much, kind of.
So it's almost like me and you sat on your decking at home, and we're chatting, and we're...
So basically, for those listening and for watching as well, I'd really interesting and really cool. I think it would fit really well with the channel. Telephone conversation today with a potential sponsor, which is obviously great. And like I said, that telephone conversation ended with saying, look, just shoot us a price, like a monthly fee.
Yep.
And if it's crazy, we'll come back to you and say it's crazy, and we can negotiate on it. But I'd prefer for you to give us a number, and then we can then go back and talk about it. So I didn't obviously give him a number on the phone. I wanted to talk to you about it.
Yep.
How do you think we package ourselves how do we value ourselves, and what number should we be toying with?
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because, and again, we've always said, since we ever got into this industry, and we had our first ever conversation with Mark, who was our biggest first sponsor, we are cheap dates, and we've expressed millions of times, and we both work and blah 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 blah. So like, in terms of that, we are cheap in that sense, but we look at it from a realist point of view. Like, so we look at it and we always say to each other, what value do we provide a company? So like, we've always number crunched and just said like, okay, this company would give this, not just us, this person this much. How are they getting that value back? And we've never been, we don't put the blinkers on, I don't think.
No.
We're very honest with ourselves, and we know our worth, and we know we've got a lot of growing to do. We don't think we're one of the biggest channels out there. We think we have potential, but I think we're realist, and we just try and look at what value and monetary value and value we can get to you.
So if you were me,
yep,
just a rough ballpark figure, monthly payment.
It depends on the company, doesn't it? So for a travel company, you'd have to look at how much are the normal packages, and our age group is like a good age group, would be said to be like maybe 16-year-olds to 40-year-old men who might want to go on lad holiday. So we could provide good value to a travel company. Equipment is equipment. So I always think equipment's a tough one, but again, I think we can provide more on apparel rather than equipment, because we're not professional golfers. So I think if you're a professional golfer, it's now like, what drivers are you using?
I think brands like it on the equipment side that we do the reviews. Like, definitely they like it that we do the club reviews.
Reviews always do good, and it's another niche, another string to our bow that I think others can't do. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because it just depends. How do we monitor on that company? How we can?
I think it's more so like we'll have, like they'll be able to see a metrics of like.
Yeah, I think that's the main
how
thing.
many people have like engaged in it. But I was more so going down the line of like, well, one, you could be a sponsor on the podcast.
Yeah.
Two, we could have a series, so like our level series on YouTube.
Yeah.
That could be level series powered by.
And that is a great spin.
That's a great spin. Yes. And then have an incentive where the person that I'm playing against could actually win rewards.
Yes.
Off of it.
Yeah.
So I think it ties in super well. But just shoot me like a ballpark, like which you don't think is crazy out there. We're not going to like settle on any figures, but like monthly fee and what are we worth at the moment?
From this particular company, or just
from this particular company?
And how do they make their money?
It's a bit like longer term goal.
The data.
Yeah. And it's longer term goal.
So I don't think it's really tough.
It is really tough. This is what I said to him on the phone. I honestly don't know how much to say.
Yeah, and I think that is a great trait from us. It's just that we're realists.
Yeah.
I don't just sit here and just go, give us $2,000.
Yeah.
Give us $3,000. Give us $1,000. But then I don't want to come in and be like,
Give us
it's 250.
Yeah.
It's 250 quid, and then it's just like pays for JK's lunches.
So you say a number and I'll say a number at the same time.
Right,
so you think of a number first.
Give me like 5 seconds then.
All right. Well, do you just tell me when you've got a number? Because I've got like a rough number.
It would be really, really good. The levels thing and the potential clubs. Pretty much any club we do. Me, the brothers, the Golf Life. We can just incorporate.
And I just think there's a real great spot for that company to be fully. And it would make sense for them to be on the Golf Supply channel.
Yes.
For our type of content.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that.
Yeah. It would make sense.
I'm really intrigued what you're going to say. I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah, no. I just want to see
my body actually collapsing.
I just want to see how close or how far away we are.
Okay, let's just put it from 0 to 6 months. Let's just say the company have said in 6 months we're going to sit back down. So give us your 0 to 6 month figure. Does that make it?
Yeah, because I said that because it would be like as the channel grows and stuff, it would change.
Okay.
So. So the figure now to charge monthly, I'll say and then you say.
And to be fair, we can always bleep this out.
Yeah, we can bleep it out. Yeah.
Oh, perfect enough.
And
then say all right.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Not far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
I was splitting between the two of them.
Yeah. I don't think any lower than what I said.
No.
And I don't.
I think I'm going to bleep the numbers out.
Yeah. And if I'm being honest, I don't think higher than what you've said. I don't think we're quite to the the next milestone that's above the one you said.
Yeah.
Just in terms of other companies, yes.
Yeah.
In terms of this particular
I was really close to saying your number anyway. I think I was just adding a little bit on.
I think I only went that number because it's like the next one up from you is I just go in them 3 stages. 0,
Yeah.
And I just went pussy, really. Yeah. But yeah, somewhere them two.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, I'm glad that we've discussed that.
Yeah.
I just wanted your opinion on that. Staying on the monetary side of it, because again, I think it's like we're quite open and talk about this type of stuff, and maybe sometimes other creators don't. As you would have probably seen, and new people watching this podcast, hello, we're the Golf Supply. Thank you for tuning into probably the first video you saw of us playing the Masters. Manners Masters Invitational over Perford Lakes with Jimmy Bullard.
Sick, yeah. Last year was sick.
Yeah.
We come second. We got a little bit done out. We had a sick day though, and then this year just topped it again. Yeah. Not only because we won it, just because Jimmy fits well with us.
Yeah.
It done really, really well for us. So thank you. And by no means do we sit here and go like, oh, we would have achieved that without. Again, we are just realists.
Yes.
That video done what it done because of Jimmy.
Yeah.
And it grew our channel in that small period.
Yeah.
It's give us 3 months growth.
Yeah, more
on the trend.
Our channel's grown more in the last week and a half than it has like since January.
Yeah, because we've been keeping tabs on it. We're on a K a month, and we were ahead of plan. We got to 14K by the 20th of April.
No, we were just shy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We were just shy.
But we had. But the thing is, we had a really, really good day. We played with mates. The thing is with Jimmy, fits in well with us as well, and you've played with him multiple times. It's not like my pals, some of my old pals, Senny and Benny, went, "You have to pay him for that." I said, no, what would we pay someone for? We're not that desperate, but no. Ash has built a relationship with Jimmy, and he just said, "Look, we got a 4th. You're a Surrey boy. Do you want to come and play?"
Yeah. And he loves his clubber as well, Jim. Yeah. So like I'd spoken about it was more so off the back of being in Scotland with Manners.
Yeah.
And then Jim was like, "What is his clubber like? I've just seen it." Like, and I was like, "Manners, they're the coolest people." I'd literally spoke to because we weren't originally going to do it.
Okay.
Because I think we were going to be like tied up with some other bits. And we went to Scotland and I said to Alex and Jojo, I was like, look, just put me in for a team. Yeah. Me and Westy would do it. I'll see if Ron Dog can play and I'll get another person. Yeah. And it just so coincided that like, I was talking to Bullard and he like, really liked their gear.
Yeah.
So then I put him in touch with Manners, or I think he might have sent him a message. He got some Manners clubber, and then we were just like, mate, it's like not far from where he lives. I was like, we've got the day here.
Loves
come
golf.
and play as our 4th. The bloke is obsessed with golf. That's where our like big connection. Apart from like just being both like normal bloke, like we all get on. We're quite similar in personality. Yeah. He's just an absolute golf nut, and I'm a golf tech nut as well. Yeah. So we can just be on the phone sometimes and talk for like an hour and a half, just shit about technology and clubs and this and that.
He what people didn't see, like the BTS, is like if we missed a putt and a scramble or missed a chip, we'd all go to the next tee. Yeah. And Jimmy wouldn't leave the green until he made the putt. Yeah. Now I'm talking like sometimes we all do this. You play with boys, hit it once. Oh no, it's right. Hit it again, missing it. Oh fuck it, I'm going to the next tee. No. He stayed there. Yeah,
and keep hitting it. And just like the stuff that you can't get. Otherwise, the video would be like 2 hours long. Is like how much he was picking Ron Dog's brains on everything.
Yeah,
like.
Spot
putting,
stuff,
like what shafts he's got in his clubs, how he's hitting them, blah blah. He's just an absolute obsessed golf nut.
Yeah.
And obviously with Ron Dog being like the level that he is, he has like little nuggets that he can share with people. So yeah, that was an amazing video.
Yeah.
On the monetary side of that, to be open and honest with you, I want your opinion on this as well.
Yep.
As it currently stands at the moment, so for those who don't know who, and this might be an education learning thing, I've got no problem sharing this whatsoever because it's our highest earning video by a long stretch.
Yep.
So how YouTube works on monetization is once you've reached, I think it's like a qualifying criteria. So once you've reached, I think it's like 1,000 subscribers, and when we done it, it was like 4,000 hours watch time. You can then turn on monetization for your channel, and what that basically means is YouTube now puts adverts on your videos. You get paid per 1,000 views. That's how it's calculated on YouTube, yeah? So our average is called CPM or RPM. Our average CPM on like an hour-long video is around usually about £13, £14 on a good one, yeah? Yep. The shorter length of the videos, when we do reviews and stuff like that, we've got like the ping 10K that's just coming up on 100K views that's going to hit. Mm-hmm. Because that's only 9 minutes long, YouTube can only put, say, one advert on that.
Yeah.
So our revenue per minute on that would be worth like £3 or £4.
Yeah.
£5 at a push. It's a lot less because the longer the video, the more adverts YouTube can put on it, the more money per 1,000 views it's worth.
Yeah.
So with the Bullard video, it's currently on, at the time of speaking, around about 75,000 views. At an average CPM of £18 per 1,000 views. Mm-hmm. So that video is going to earn us around about, once it's done, we'll say it gets to 100K, but at the minute it's earned us about £1,100, that video.
Maybe we made it.
Yeah, which is like
it's cool.
Far and beyond. Like I think you and the Deckers video done like maybe 300-400 quid, something like that. The CPM was a little bit lower, and it stopped at like 30K views. The review stuff, like the Ping 10K one, has done us 400-500, but it's got 100K views.
Yep.
But I just want to break it down with the hours in to get that money back, because don't get me wrong, like, and I'm not sitting here saying that like you turn your nose up at that. I think it's absolutely incredible the world we live in.
It's cool.
That you can go.
It's just really cool.
Yeah, make a YouTube video. It can be seen by the masses, and you get paid what is a lot of money off of that video. That is a lot of money to be paid from making a YouTube video. But then if you look at it and you spin it on the flip side, you paid yours, but it was about 240 quid to enter the tournament.
Yeah,
Drive there, drive back was probably like 100 odd quid in fuel. It's like 80, 90 miles.
Splitting down JK's, he's on a salary, but
Jake's like costing to be there for the day. And then how long would you say them traces took you?
Well, the edit and the traces, that was our longest.
Yeah.
That come down to the wire.
Oh,
you remember that?
Oh, mate.
It come down to the wire.
Yeah. Well, that was processing up to YouTube. So like I edit it on Final Cut Pro. Westy sends me the traces over. Jake does all of the traders, all that sort of stuff. That was processing onto YouTube, like 4K processing at like, it got posted at 7, at like 6:45. That was still processing.
I ran out of battery, like was close. Then I was like huddled in the kitchen because I couldn't get to a plug socket anywhere, trying to do them fixed ones. And then like, I know when you start getting stressed, and then I was really getting stressed, and then like it was like, well, you start this list from the bottom up, and I come from the top down, and then you done one that I was meant to do, and it all started becoming like shit state. And JK,
JK, right, get on to Jake and that.
And JK was busy,
doing other
stuff. But you know, it's stressful. We do down to the wire a lot, but come right down to the wire, but.
Yeah, but I reckon that was probably, it was a much bigger video. It was a lot harder to edit because there was like a camcorder, Jake's camera, then Archie doing the actual other camera. There was tracers on the balls coming into the greens. There was the graphics. There was the tee shots used graphics. There was just a lot like the Jake putting, I don't know if anyone noticed if you've watched the video, like on the fairways, the yardage and the hole number and that was like superimposed onto the fairways. We tried to pull out all the stops on that edit because we believed that more people were going to see it. But I reckon it was about a conservative 40 hours of editing time on that.
Oh no, the traces for me just felt a slog.
Yeah,
a never-ending slog.
So what do you reckon? Like 20 hours on traces, like across.
It was a good, healthy double figures.
Yeah,
but it was. A
so then you've got 60 hours of labour.
Yeah, and
then you've obviously got the cost. So like, just don't clip this and think, but it's like, it's not a crazy amount of money to earn.
No.
For the work that goes in, but it is a crazy amount of money to earn for a YouTube video.
Watching a YouTube video,
Yeah. So it's like, that's kind of like, I just wanted to discuss that and be open and honest with you. It was amazing seeing that on the YouTube studio. It was like, fuck me, like.
It's just cool. I think it's just cool. And like me, you and JK are like little nerds of it. Like we're like little nerds who have just started off, and there's going to be bigger fish out there that might watch this and be like, pa ha ha. And that's cool. That's not a problem. Like we do this in our spare time and whatnot, but we sit there like three little kids and we get excited and we always wake up and we check views and we check subs. And there's always one of us, probably every 3 hours, one of us is putting something in there about a view or this and that.
Some analytic,
so we're just excited little kids, and it was just really cool. So, talking, I'm going to keep it on money, but not us now. And you had it written down as well. I wanted to swiftly move, keep it golf, but Scotty Scheffler is in the money. Our boy Scotty.
Don't.
Jesus Christ.
And let me just preface as well, because I've got down there on the TikTok comment section, right? Just before we get into that. The story I told, if anyone's watching this podcast, well, Jake, do you know what? You can fucking clip this and put this on the TikTok so I don't look like such a dick. That was a one part of a 2-part story there. And don't get me wrong, like, we're fans of Scotty Scheffler. We have no distaste towards Scotty Scheffler. I'm sure he is a lovely, lovely, lovely bloke.
Apparently the best.
Nicest bloke on tour. Yeah, like, I'm so sure he is. We were just taking a bit of a piss take joke with regards to he simped out a little bit, which he did. Like, I'm not going to backtrack on that.
Yeah, that's all it was.
He simped out on it. But yeah, anyway, he is unbeatable at the minute.
Yes, I mean, there's been comparisons the whole Tiger here, and I've seen a few things. It's like, it's still not comparable.
No.
It's not, because, what is it, like by 25, 26, he had like 6 or 7 age or something. So it's not comparable at all, but it's cool to see. I don't hate the fact he's American or this or that. I love seeing dominance. I'm a bit of a weirdo in sport. I was speaking to Benny the other day, and he was like, no, I just want to see Fleetwood or this and that. And I love Fleetwood and McIlroy, so I want to see them win. But I just really get off from dominance.
It's like Tyson when he was in his prime.
Yeah, I just think
battering everyone.
So cool. Yeah. I would love to see, even though he's American, him go and win all 4 majors. Yeah. I'm like...
Yeah, so would I. Listen,
love seeing dominance.
I respect game and like that, and dealing with high pressure moments as well as he does. Like, that's the art of it as well. Not only does he hit the shots, like at the Masters, I think he made like a bogey or a double. He come back and went birdie. Yeah. Like he's just golf isn't his forefront. He's obviously a very religious guy. Yeah. He loves his family. He's just had a little one. He said that he would leave the Masters even if he was leaving to go back to his kid. Like,
would have liked to have. You can just see. Test.
Yeah. I mean, like that. You say you'd leave the Masters, like, but how many holes in would you have to be? If you're just teed off, then maybe. But if you're like 13 holes in, where's the tick off that he goes, do you know what? Yeah.
Hey babe, I'm on the 14th.
Like I can't really leave right now. I'm just about to win like was it back to back?
So he won.
Rahm won it, didn't he?
Yeah. And then he just come back the week after and just dominate the Heritage. Yeah. He won like, I think it was like 360k per day over that like 40-day.
And what was more impressive with that is he only arrived. For everyone else on the tour arrived like on the Monday or the Tuesday. He rocked up on like the Wednesday evening, played the Thursday, I think he shot like a level par, or it might have been 1 under. It was like a very bang average round, middle pack. Got his feelers of the course. That was almost like his practice round, and then just fucking battered everyone.
All because he's the mallet man now.
Yeah, the
spiders. I wonder how much them spiders doing. I'd like to see the sales if anyone can get that up.
We should start actually doing a bit of like actual like data-driven research on this podcast to give people. Maybe we'll do that in future episodes. But on the topic of putters, quickly, do you know what putter I've been looking to try and find?
Okay.
I don't think you'll guess it, but I'm gonna get one, like hands down.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna get one.
I need a mallet, to be fair.
It's a mallet.
Yep.
What do you think it is? And it's like it's a specific type of that putter as well.
So you're too far techie. You've gone past me. Is it a brand I would know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a putter you would know if you actually thought about it. Had like a resurgence of like every single person wanted it, and they're just sold out everywhere. You can't get them.
The fucking what is it? The Jailbird.
Yeah, Odyssey Jailbird. But I want the Odyssey Jailbird Cruiser. Because when we were over at Five Lakes, over there, we're doing that putt. It's 38 inches.
Yeah, I want longer. I mean, I'm 6.
Yeah.
But I want longer. Yeah.
It's 38 inches, and it has one of them long grips on.
Oh, so when you were saying like, I wonder if I just stood up, just swung my shoulders. Yeah.
I was all over it.
Yeah.
But you can't get them.
Oh really?
Oh, they're sold out every. You can like.
Not even the GS who just played with the bullard and just done over £1,000 in one video.
GS. Well, I haven't like properly probed to try and get one, but online, I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy one. Like, I had a look on UKGA. It's like you have to order, and it's like end of May or like middle of June delivery. Looked on eBay, none.
Okay.
Because I really want the cruiser version rather than just the standard one. So hopefully that'll be the next edition coming
I want to get a longer putter.
To my bag, yeah.
Yeah, and I want a mallet.
You putt so much better with a mallet. Oh, don't get me wrong though.
Yeah, it's been better.
It's been better. Yeah. Bearwood and what was the other?
Don't know, but it was better.
The Made in Chelsea video, you putted pretty well.
Yeah, and even the manners, I wasn't too sad. I just got shadowed by. Somebody said this the other day. It was like on the YouTube, did Westy contribute? Well, I'd done my tee shots, and in fact, we didn't actually have to resort to my tee shots, which I'm happy with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing with 2 scratch golfers and a professional.
Yeah.
If you're using my shots, something's wrong with that 4-ball.
Yeah.
But I used my tee shots way in advance, so luckily I drove the ball nice that day, and probably didn't use many of my shots. And you know what? I'm okay with that, and you should all be okay with that too.
But what shot of yours did we use? On the very last fucking hole, there's a 4-foot little knee knock, and we won by point strokes.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And I was standing there not wanting that putt. I did not want... If you didn't make that, I'd have missed that putt.
Yeah, and you would have been slandered.
Oh, yeah, Bullard would have killed me if I missed that putt.
Would have.
And then we would have lost the event, and then it would have been a whole thing.
And we wouldn't have got as many views, and Bullard would have hated us.
No. So that wouldn't have been ideal. But yeah, so I just got on some of these notes, obviously the channel growth. So if you're a new person watching this podcast, or if you're a new person watching our content, we hope you enjoy it. We hope you see what we're all about. It's probably a slightly different vibe format to what you see on a lot of the other golf channels, the more well-known golf channels. We definitely bring our own unapologetic take to our content. And by the looks of it, that's rubbed a few people up the wrong way recently.
Yeah. And I just will never change, though.
No.
I have no requirement to change, and you don't have to change, and we never have to change, and we're just us. And if I'm not me, then I'm just not going to have fun with it, because it's true though, isn't it? Like, you just think, I'll just go and play golf with my friends then. Yeah. I'll just quit all of this if I have to be a rod up my back, and I like doing this with you and us just being us. And that's just that, really.
I said, do you remember, well, I know you remember, 2023 Open. Right, here's a story for everyone, right? And we're going to take this opportunity on our own podcast to do an ad roll for ourselves. Well, actually, for Manners Golf. The team over at Manners have set up a discount code for the Golf Supply for you lot. It is code GolfSupply15, and that is going to get you 15% off of the whole website, including sale items. It's not a one-time code. You can use it as many times as you want. Go on there, check out some of their clobber. We wear all of it. The gilet, the trousers, the t-shirts, the hoodies, the jumpers. And yeah, use code GolfSupply15 and you'll get 15% off of your basket. No spend limit. Use it as much as you possibly want and enjoy it. Back to the podcast. Yeah, so as you just heard from that ad roll, if you're interested in any of the Manners gear, code GolfSupply15 will get you 15% off, which is a hefty chunk off of some of their stuff. And we can't praise the stuff high enough, regardless of having a relationship with them. We're not having a relationship with them. Their clobber is so pure. Yeah, it's sick. But yeah, so 2023 Open. Yep. Let me paint the picture for all of you boys. You might have to close your eyes. For those watching, you might have to close your eyes and imagine this. For those not listening, if you're driving, don't close your eyes. But if you're listening, this is probably going to be a little bit easier to imagine. So, 2023 Open. We kindly got invited to the FootJoy camp out to stay there for the duration of the Open. Stayed there way too long to be standing in a tent for like 5 days. It was like torture by the end of it. But shout out FootJoy for having us. It was a great event. We loved it. But we land in the tent, right? And views are down. Engagement's down.
We weren't really doing, like, we were doing nothing really. Like, we were, our thought process and heart was there, but like we were struggling for.
Wasn't executing on a lot of stuff.
No.
But like YouTube, but we still putting 2 videos out a week on YouTube.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
But views were down. Instagram engagement was down. Wasn't even bothering with TikTok. Wasn't posting any shorts or this sort of stuff. And me and Wesley were just sat in this tent, and it was on like I think it was on a Thursday night or a Friday night, and it was pissing down with rain on the tent, and a bit of water got into the tent, and it was just like we're 2 30-year-old men laying in this tent, right?
Let me just interject just very, very quickly as well. And I like, one, we had to go to Argos and buy an airbed on day one, and 2, like, this isn't meant to be egotistical at all, but like, me and Ash do not need to be laying in a rain.
No. We work full time.
Yeah, like we
could get a hotel.
Yeah, but we were, yeah.
But it was more so like FootJoy invited us down. It was the ease of like being local to the thing. Anyway, we're laying in this tent on a Friday night. It's absolutely smashing down with rain outside. There's water in our tent. I'm laying on this airbed. Wesley's laying on this thing, on this like sleeping bag like thing that had been given to us. And we were just really contemplating, like, what are we doing wrong?
What do we need to do?
What do we need to do? Yeah.
Because like, anyone that knows us personally on a personal level that we've met in the golf space knows what we're like now, and we just knew we needed to get that across, but we didn't know how.
Well, no, because it was more so because, like, if for people who've watched the channel long enough, like, all swear. Well, it got to the point with the channel where there was no swearing needed to be bleeped out because we just weren't swearing.
Yeah.
Like, we were like tight-lipped, not saying anything. Hit a bad shot, and you'd be like, "Fudge!" Like,
we'll be behind the camera to each other like that.
Yeah, like, don't swear. Like, and if someone did swear, you bleep it out, and like we'd like be like, "Stop swearing!" Like, have a go, blah blah blah. And I personally think that looking back at it now, that really affected our content massively.
Yeah, because I'd agree.
Because it's not us. It's not don't get me wrong. Like, the point of our YouTube channel isn't to swear, isn't to like that Bullard video is a bit of an exception because like we were all pumped up.
Yeah.
We were all like trying to win a tournament. Like, we're all digging out at each other, and it was like a lot more swearing. I definitely swore more that day. I didn't realise I was swearing more that day, but like you're just out with the lads in a tournament trying to win it. Pressure's high. Like. But
that video was more Big Brother film. So like if me and you go and film, or if you and Jimmy have a match, you know you're having a match, so you're gonna swear.
Yeah,
but you're a bit more like Jimmy's there for content, you're there for content. But that genuinely was filmed on a Big Brother basis.
Yeah.
Play a golf day, and Arch and JK are just gonna run around and do
sort
them.
of like float about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the content before, we didn't swear. We were like very PG, and I really think that affected us just being able to be ourselves. Yeah. Like, imagine if we went round like Kinter South, that scramble we done, yeah?
Yeah.
And we was like being cautious of not trying to swear, not trying to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
Like, that video would be so fucking boring.
Yes.
And it would come across as well that like we're almost like silencing ourselves.
Because I think to be able to go down that route, you have to be trying to go the professional route and or just be fucking essence at golf.
Yeah.
And someone will watch you just because you're essence. Yeah. And I mean, obviously, granted, you're a very, very good player, but like we're not professional essence at golf.
No, and
so,
part of our content as well is like, we like to do tournament rounds, we like to show good golf, scrambles, proms, all this sort of stuff. Like, the core of our channel is like we're all trying to demonstrate the best possible golf and shoot the best possible scores we can. Yeah. But I'd say the other 50% of that channel is being fucking funny.
Just have a laugh.
Have a laugh.
Play with your
pals. Dig your mates out. Get pissed off when you hit a good shot. Celebrate. Get pissed off when you hit a bad shot. Celebrate when you hit a good shot. And it's a natural.
Take the piss out of each other.
Take the piss out of each other. Like, that is what, and like, I think that resonates with so many people that watch our videos, because like the overwhelming comment section is like, "You boys crack me up," or like, "This is just like," we get all the time. This is exactly like what it's like when me and the boys go and play golf, and we're authentic to ourselves on that sense. And unfortunately, for those that are commenting that about the language ruin this, not going to subscribe because of the language, the channel probably isn't for you then, lad.
I do get as well, because YouTube's become like the new TV now, isn't it? So like, you've got home from work, say your missus, stereotypical, but let's just say your missus is cooking tonight, it's her turn, and you're watching TV and you've got YouTube on, and your child is playing, and we're on the TV. So I do get that part.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is now on the TV. It's now not just on your phone or in your AirPods, is it? So I think I get that. And I do get why people are like, "Oh, I did have to switch off." So then maybe just take us to the toilet.
Yeah. Or like, and the hard part of that is our analytics, our demographic is 31% 18 to 24, I think the bracket is.
Yeah.
30% 24 to 36, 20% 36 to 47. 10% 47 to 55. The under 17 bracket is less than 2%.
Yeah. So
like, although like I always like comment back saying like, "Sorry mate, it's never like to cause offence us swearing, or like it's not to like upset anyone, but unfortunately like
it's just us.
It's us being us." And like, I get it. I sympathise with like, if you chucked it on the telly and you got a little one in the room, that language is not suitable for a little one. I completely get that. But I just don't agree with the ones where it's like, there's like, "You'll never grow if you do this," or like, "This is unacceptable to," or like, well, don't watch it in front of your kids then.
Yeah, just save
the first swear word comes from like, surely you can still enjoy the content, but you just know it's not suitable for your. What happens if you put a horror movie on, or a channel on, and there's loads of swearing on the thingy, but then you just watch it when your kids aren't in the room? I think
it's just the social media space is more, with it growing and whatnot, but you just can't please everyone, can you, in the population?
Absolutely not. No.
It's even little things you're never going to please everyone, and we've found who we are in our niche and how we want to go forward and how we will continue on this journey in the social media space. And
like,
we're enjoying it more now as well. Definitely, we're enjoying it more.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
our videos are definitely better. Even our
Billion
paired videos where it is just me and you. We're like, I think our first scramble where we couldn't think of the name, Scrambles and Recordsman at Westerham. Straight away we done that one video and we just loved it.
Yeah,
and like we just had so much fun. But whereas if we tried to film a year ago a scramble, me and you, I just don't think we would have enjoyed it, and we would have gone, "They ain't gonna do any good."
No,
because we've only just shot 2 under.
Yeah,
and like people are gonna go. So I've just watched 2 blokes shoot 2 under. I could go and watch the Bryan brothers shoot 10, and you've just acted the same as them. So like, what entertainment am I getting?
There's no like differentiation between why are you gonna
just
watch?
we've been 8 shots and a lot worse.
Yeah.
So we can't if we can't go against them, we got to go against them in other means. So
that is true. But this podcast will be out tomorrow. I'm gonna like work through the night to get this done. But Bearwood, we pumped, brother. We won't give anything away. But
no. Listen, any scratch golfer and mid handicap from like 8 all the way up to 18 or whatever can get it. I even go as far as 6 up. Like I don't know, actually, maybe that might, but 8 up.
Might
like
be a stretch, but
we just got a good little like thing going on. We get pumped. We take the piss out of each other, which helps. We get each other.
It's always
around.
in like little pockets in it. It's like we'll be like pally, and then someone will say something or do something, and then it'll just be a little stretch of a couple holes where we're digging each other. Then it will come back, and there's a bit of camaraderie.
Yeah.
It had a really good finish to that video.
Yeah, we did.
Down 18.
I can't remember what hole it was, but we pumped driver, and then we just both rollocked up the fucking wedge.
The dogleg right one. That was so bad.
And like both of us were blaming each other, but it's just we played sick. What a sick track! What a sick day. If you haven't seen that yet, and you'll see that probably next week at some point. Sick video.
Yeah, it's a really good video. And we were at Bearwood because Mizuno had invited us down to do a full bag fitting, so we've got to go back to get Westies done. Mine has been done. Not going to dive there. We're going to do new what's in the bags and go through all of the tech, everything, like the fine details for all you tech heads out there. So I'm not going to give anything away with regards to what's in the bag, what's coming to the bag. We still are not 100% sure what West is definitely going to get to the bag. But yeah, cool day with the Mizuno guys at their Tour Fit studio. Joe's like an absolute fucking wizard on. He was saying to me like the length of I don't know. I'm not even going to try and relay it back because it just went over my head. I'm a bit techie and he was just very, very smart bloke. So yeah, there'll be a couple of what's in the bags coming to the channel soon because there's been a lot of big changes to both of our golf bags. One of the big changes is Westy's finally got his SM10s.
Yeah, just literally got them there in the car park.
And he's pretty proper secret squirreled me that he got black shafts put in them. Not once did you mention that.
No, I didn't. They're so pure as well. That last year I had brushed SM9. I had brushed steel. But that new, I think it's called nickel now, is so much nicer than brushed steel. That is pure.
Did you know you was did he fit you into them shafts and then there was the option of
so it said on the website it had the shafts because I'm really not golf tech at all. Like I know a little bit about the ins and outs of what's going on in the PGA and blah blah blah. I'm always keeping an eye on that, but golf tech I'm not into it and it doesn't really float my boat at all. But so he just gave me what I was ordering. I looked at the shafts and it said like next to the one I was meant to get, in brackets, black. And I thought to myself, at first I thought, I'm going to select something that isn't meant to be. But it was exactly the shaft I needed.
AMT,
and it just had, in brackets, black. And I thought, I'll have a bit of that. And it turns out, and that's why I was looking at the shaft up there to make sure I hadn't made a boo-boo. And it's exactly the shaft I ordered. Just blacked out. Pure.
I didn't even look to see.
It's the same sticker that was on my last wedges. S300,
yeah, it's the right shaft.
And like exactly the same. And it's just,
black.
Sick. Like black shaft wedges. Well, no, we've both got a little black shaft thing, but you can touch on that at a later video. But yeah, sick. New Nichols class. We got them stamped up on that. I was going to go colour on the stamps. I now regret it.
Yeah. I personally think they look purer without it. I think I like the minimalistic look, but a bit of splash and bit of colour in there. Or you maybe could have went like white.
Yeah.
Or like just because with the nickel, like it would have popped out a little bit more.
I'll have to text James after this.
Or we'll just get some paint fill and just do it ourselves.
But no, we'll show you soon on the what's in the bag, RSM10s and whatnot,
Next thing I wanted to quickly touch on, West, I don't know if you see it.
I reckon I know where you're going because I've got that next.
Myrtle Beach qualifier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to get you...
Have you got the leaderboard?
No, I've just got the influence, so I can get it up. You
all right,
intro it.
So for those who aren't maybe aware, Myrtle Beach PGA Tour event, one of the sponsors on that event. Really cool ideas. Cool to see him doing this. And there was an interesting take on it as well, which I see from Garrett from Good, which I kind of do align with because I think he was invited to go play on it. But basically, one of the sponsors, not too sure what one it was, for the Myrtle Beach event, offered their space, their sponsor exemption to content creators. But in order to be able to get that sponsor exemption, they put on a big tournament around Myrtle Beach, TPC Myrtle Beach. Quite big names playing in it. You had, obviously, from the UK, our boy Finch was, I think, the only UK creator there. And then you had quite a lot of the American lads. So you had George Bryan, Micah Morris, Grant Horvat. Who else was in there? Do you know?
I'm struggling to find it, but yeah, you had like Perez.
Fat Perez, Dan
George
Rappaport
Bryan.
From that podcast thing.
Finchy, Micah.
You had a whole list of content creators playing in it. 18-hole stroke play. No surprise that George Bryan shot a 3 under par, which actually wasn't good enough. I think someone else shot a 4 under par, but he ended up getting a sponsor exemption anyway. He was the only creator under par. In second place, Finchy. So congratulations, Pete, if you're watching this, mate. Obviously played some really good golf. I haven't actually watched the videos yet, but Finchy coming in second place. And then there were some really surprising scores in there, West.
Yeah, so I've got the exact leaderboard. It's just all in like a big paragraph, but it actually turns out it's quite interesting that Atkins drained a 15-foot birdie at number 18 to take it to a playoff. Yeah,
and George like really cocked up. He made like bogey or double on that hole. Like he was clear. He was like well clear.
But there was a few questionable. I'd like to pick your brain in it, and obviously a few boys bummed out.
Yeah,
they can just have a bad day. Listen, in golf, you can have a bad day. And it happens, and you know it happens all the way from a 36 handicap up.
Josh White's ringing me. Josh?
How are you, my boy?
Oh, see, I was literally just about to say, I'm on the podcast filming live and you're in the microphone, so now I'm going to have to bleep that out, so well done. Literally, you're right
Rude.
Up to the pod mic, and I was just about to say before you spoke.
Give it to me.
But
I'll
bleep that out.
Sort your grip out.
Sort your grip out. Sort your hair out.
Oi, what hair? That's a false comment because there's no hair.
How are you, mate?
You've got a grip. It's fucked. That's true.
All right, mate. Was that what you wanted for?
Yeah.
Wanted me for, or?
Shit grip,
no, of
bye.
course it wasn't. I wanted your presence because I love it.
Okay. How are you, mate?
And I'm good, mate. I'm good. What are you doing Friday?
What you got for me?
I want you and your lovely man that I love so much, maybe a little bit more than you.
I don't think it's maybe, is it?
No, I don't know. We've got a golf day on Friday at Hadley Wood if you want to come. I've got a spot for you both.
I'm down. What are you doing Friday?
You what?
What are you doing? I'm talking to West.
Ash.
Hello, darling.
Hello. I want you there more than Josh does.
I know you do, mate. Josh only cares for Westy, really, but...
Yeah, he did say that before he called you.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't call West, to be honest, rather than me.
He tried, but he didn't have his number.
What are you working Friday?
What is the day today?
Wednesday.
I really feel like I'm in like some form of inception right now.
No.
It's like I'm
no.
talking something that's going to go out in the future, but we're in the
Bessie?
present. Hello.
How's the girlfriend?
Yeah, she's
Oh, you dropped him right in it.
yeah, she's nice. It's been a stressful week decorating and stuff, but yeah.
He's just moved into a flat, so...
my boy.
My
boy.
Friday, he'll be able to wrangle it. Put us in for it, Josh.
Yeah. Where is it? I don't know.
You're in.
Hadley
My
Wood.
boys. Love you.
All right, mate. See you soon.
I'll send you the invite.
All right, mate.
love you, boys.
Bye.
Keep chatting shit.
Yeah, we'll do.
Josh, when are you going to
love
come
you.
and chat
Bye.
shit with us?
What did he say?
He said, when are you going to come chat shit on the pod?
Next time. Where's the next one?
So this is what I mean
know,
about
he's
people.
like,
No
he gets at
commitment.
this. He's like trying to
Yeah.
lock Josh down is the hardest thing.
All fart, no
Come
poo.
on. I'm in.
All right.
I'm in.
Episode. This is episode 5. Episode 6. You just heard it here live on the podcast. Is Joshua White.
I'm in.
All right. I'll hold you to that.
No, Jazz. Fuck off.
I'll hold you.
Alright,
See you later.
cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. There you go. Now you've just had live leak of episode 6, the podcast. If you know who Joshua White is, everyone fucking knows who Joshua White is. He's going to be episode 6. But back to Myrtle Beach. I really want to get up the scores.
Yeah, so I've actually got it, but it's in like a weird form. So, yeah, last Micah Morris, 86. Cole Lance, 83. Fat Perez, 81. Horvat, which is surprising. Is everyone surprised that he shot 79?
What was the par? 72?
Yes.
So 7 over.
Yeah, he went 7 over, yeah. Quan, 78.
Yeah.
Surprised at that or not?
Yeah.
Jamie Wilson, 77. Ryan Wilkinson, 76. Dan Rappaport, 76.
That's a big shock, I think. So I don't know what that Dan Rappaport plays off, but he definitely it isn't. Anyway, keep going.
I'm just intrigued. So Morgan Deneen, 74. Turk Petit, and then Finchy. Finchy's done really well there.
100%.
But why has he done well? What's your theory behind that?
So,
please.
So,
the stage.
So, first of all, I just want to say with regards to Finchy, he's put out a couple of videos recently. I think he's done some stuff with the Brian Bros and that, and he's clearly playing very, very well. And it's been a pleasure to watch Finchy. It looks like you're driving it on a string, you're hitting your irons really well, you're making some putts. So he's in a really good vein of form at the minute, I think. He's just playing good golf. So shout out to you, boyo. And congratulations on that, because that's a high-pressure tournament, that is. You're picked up against your peers. But the reason I feel that Finchy is obviously playing good coming into that.
Yep.
But it looked like a tight golf course.
I knew the minute I was last night and this morning, I was like, what can I get him to tee off on, and what can I get JK to? But yeah, no, your theory is that
it looked like a tight golf course. And now let me preface this for TikTok, because Jake is going to clip all of this. I do not think I'm a better golfer than Grant Horvat. I think Grant Horvat is a better golfer than me. Yeah.
Yep.
Micah Morris, I think I'm more consistent, but again, fantastic golfer.
Yep.
We've seen him play fantastic golf.
Yep.
Luke Kwon, better than Micah and Grant. Yep. Professional golfer, won on PJ Tour China. Fantastic golfer, pure essence golf swing. Better than me at golf. Yep. Yeah. Peter Finch, probably better than me at golf. Yep. Right. The reason Finch and George Bryan is just so much better than everyone else in the YouTube space.
Yes.
He is essence, that child at golf. He amazing golf swing, amazing short game. His brother's a piss take as well. I don't even think when you talk about influencer creators and who's the best, he shouldn't even be in the conversation. Okay. It's like talking about Rooney and all this, and then you've got Messi and Ronaldo. Leave him out of the conversation. Yeah. They're just better.
Okay.
Yeah. Tighter golf course, which leads us back to when we got fucking pelted before. Grant, Micah, Quan, these boys, week in, week out, are playing wider golf courses. All right? And when I said before about UK golf courses being harder than America, what I meant was Florida golf. I shouldn't have generalised it as much as I should, because if you go out and play in like Kansas or wherever it might be, there's super narrow tracks. I'm sure they're like crazy hard. Yeah. Tree line, blah, blah, blah. Florida, where I believe Micah and Grant are based, Florida golf is a lot more open.
Yep.
You have a lot more miss space. Yep. Yes, it's Bermuda grass. Yes, chipping is a little bit harder. Yes, the golf course they play are championship golf courses, so they might be on a difficulty level slightly higher than what we're playing in the UK and stuff. But I still think if you go play Walton Heath, if you go play Sunningdale, if you go play any of the premium golf courses here in England, they're harder than these Floridian golf courses.
Yes.
Right? I strongly believe that.
Yeah.
I think where they struggled, and don't get me wrong, I haven't watched all of the content, but everyone has an off day. Micah, for people watching it, if anyone's giving Micah stick for shooting 16 over, it fucking happens. And once you're 9 or 10 over, unless you really dig deep in your head, you don't give a shit what your score is anyway. So if you got off to a bad start, I think he might have went double, double, double.
Yeah.
Like, your tournament's over. You aren't going to qualify. And he's probably had a bit of an attitude switch, hit driver where he shouldn't hit driver, took some shots on where he shouldn't have took shots on, and then his number is equated to 16 over whatever it was. It's not a reflection on his golfing ability whatsoever.
No.
But it was a tighter golf course, West.
Yeah. Interesting to see how they all stacked up, because everyone's always asking who's better, this and that. My only surprise was like Grant as well, 7 over. But again, it happens. Mm-hmm. If you make a double and then a bogey and you're 3 over, like you say, mindset switches. His swing gets a little less smooth, and straight away, because you're in the social media space, Grant is now already he might not be. I'm not speaking for you. He might already be reading the comments. Oh, well, I see him on TikTok. He's got the best swing. Why has he now done this? So, like, you're already now battling. Yeah. So that mindset is horrible. It's like,
it's human nature.
I need to pull something out of the bag, not for myself anymore, so I don't get pelted.
Yeah.
So
on a microscopic level, it's exactly what I spoke about when I played as the pro in Portugal.
Yeah.
Like, but his is for the world to see.
Yes, yeah.
And mine was just for diehard followers of the golf supply to see. How I scored through 3 rounds in a professional tournament in Portugal, magnify that by 1,000,000,000%, and it's everyone who's into golf, who watches golf YouTube content. Yeah. This was the tournament where you're going to see who beats who.
And everyone calls him the best swing on TikTok and the best swing on social media. So, yeah, he had a bit of pressure.
Yeah, he had a bit of pressure. But, yeah, I just think the scoring, like, 7 over par, like, is so doable. Like, Kwon 6 over par, so doable.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised that Finchy pipped a lot of them once I saw the golf course.
Okay.
Just because he's more familiar with hitting driving irons off the tee or plotting your way round a more tight golf course. And I think it just probably suits Finchy's game a bit better.
Yeah,
England golf a little bit better. Like, you can't just smash driver on every single hole. And like I said, I might be talking out of turn here because I haven't actually watched the rounds of them players playing it.
No.
But looking at the scorecards, and I know there's no pictures on the scorecard, you have to see it, but I wasn't overly surprised that Finch beat a lot of them.
You said that straight away, and I knew you were going to say that, but there wasn't that many people under par, so it must have been playing hard as well. So
the other one, Matt Atkins, is another professional golfer. He plays on the Brian Bros channel.
Well, I just see there, you actually read something about him. He's started on the Corn Ferry 157 times.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's
a proper pro.
That's a serious amount of,
Yeah, so, and like that, but then again, like, talking about the not so great scores, at the same time, massive props to George Bryan. Like, shooting 3 under par, like, that's how good this boy is at golf.
Yeah.
He's played on a PGA Tour event recently and made the cut. He is a fantastic golfer. And if I could play with anyone in the content space, it would be George and Wesley.
Really?
Because I think, like, their characters, they seem like lovely people. Like, they have a good bit of crack. They'll have a bit of banter. But they're just so fucking good at golf.
Yeah, essence. That's what I mean. They have the essence of golf.
So good at golf. They're so good at golf.
Talking of competitive golf, and probably rounds us off quite nice, and I'm quite intrigued by your view on this. Live Golf, does it prove the silk pyjama theory? So what I'm saying in that, so they've all been paid these large amount of sums, and I'm not disputing jumping or not jumping, okay? Then we've just had a major.
Mm-hmm.
So where everyone thought Rahm was going to come in, and Brooks has been in a little bit of form in the majors lately. Does it prove the silk pyjama theory? Once you get that money and you've got the silk pyjamas on, are they practicing as much?
Do we know who the highest placing live player was at the Masters?
Again, not terrible, really. Maybe I should really tell you the questions I'm going to ask, and we could put. But do you see what I mean? It's interesting. So Rahm was playing really, really, really well, right? Won last year, and everyone was like, okay, I don't think he's going to dominate, but I think he's going to win a lot.
Well, he was made this
number
one.
Huge jump, and no one see it coming. $500 million, serious cheds.
Is that what it was?
It was like 400 million.
Okay.
So now, in the mornings when we joke around, does it say like I've got chipping practice with Steve this morning? Oh, Steve, push it back to 2. Steve isn't going to go, no, mate, get out here at 10. We've fucking got shit to do.
You'd like to think, like the boys at I think the boys who signed on to Live, and again, it's not speaking out of turn. I think the boys who signed on to Live, and they were the ex-household names, or like the older pros now coming towards the back end of their career. You'd, not knowing it's like this isn't factual, but you'd probably say a little bit of silk pyjamas would be in there because they've done their 25, 30 years on tour, and now they've had their paycheck. They know that their future's secured. They don't have to be up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
No, which is cool, and I'm all for that.
Yeah. You'd like to think, West, like your likes of Rahm. Well, no, what are we talking about? DeChambeau.
Yes, but I mean, he's always clearly on some weird little grind. Anyway,
yeah.
I love what he does.
He was the highest placing Live person, but he finished second.
Yeah, but then everybody else.
Yeah, so like, but you'd like to.
But he hasn't been up there though, has he? Recently, let's face it. Apart from that event,
I don't know what he's done on Live recently. I don't really follow any event.
He does all right on Live, and then every other time he's been there one of the longest Live players, hasn't he? As well, and he hasn't really done much before he even made the jump either. He had that little spike before won the US Open, and then just literally just.
You'd like to think no, but I suppose over time will tell. Like when more of the majors, and it's hard. Again, it's hard to quantify that because it's a fucking major. So like, and you've got the people that plan on the PGA Tour, like Spieth and that, who bombed out. They've done terrible. They shot high numbers.
Yeah.
So you can't like going to play Augusta is such a hard golf course. There's so much pressure. It's the most prestigious major.
Ron would only shoot 2 over around there. So I'd love to dig you out, Ron. Right now, but
it's hard to quantify it. But you'd like to think, being the professionals, and the money is great. That sets themselves, but. These boys are hopefully still playing for legacy, especially when it comes to majors. Yeah, no, I just intrigued because, like I say, that there was none of the bigger boys, the bigger hitting boys up there that we always expect to be up there. Mainly, I'm just looking at Rahm and Brooks as well. Yeah. But DeChambeau, let's talk about him for a couple of minutes. He
he's been quiet, and then he's always on the grind on social media. I like that about Bryson, and like pumps YouTube, but good YouTube content. You're lucky that you're fucking good at golf as well, and you're a character, so people watch you because they know they're going to get good shots. But and you have a good series with a break 50 and whatnot. Great video, by the way, bringing on that page. You know the social media space already.
Did he?
Yeah, classic. Like his views are never down anyway. But how
what did that do?
I don't know. But like, how can he? Like his video with Garrett, when I think they shot 50, would have done numbers, and then other people. The Sergio one didn't do that many numbers. That, by the way, just proves that maybe is the age of the golfers moving on now. Because I would have thought Bryson and Sergio would have done numbers, and it didn't. And then he brought on that page. What's her name? Spiranak. And I'm assuming that probably done numbers. So he knows the social media space.
So you've got... where's the one with Sergio? Was that not on his channel?
Recent.
Oh, it was. Okay, yeah.
Very recent.
Here you go. So
didn't do that many numbers, did it?
Well,
yeah,
774,000 views. Yeah, which is like... What do you think Paige done?
2 or 3 mil. I bet it's done 2 mil.
No, it wasn't that.
1.8 mil.
895k.
Oh, okay. So not that much more. But
100k more.
You would argue that him and Sergio would just be such a better video, wouldn't you? You absolute pervs. You perverts. Why do you want to watch him and Paige?
Did
I
she
mean, she's
play?
apparently good at golf, yeah.
Oh, she can.
Oh, she can apparently knock it.
Is that why people are watching? She's a good pro.
Yeah, I think that's why. But like him and Sergio, like what a fucking lineup that is. But yeah, no, he does bits on social media. He's quite cool, and it's good to see him do well in a competition as well.
Yeah,
or in a major, should I say?
And he's doing nothing but like
his 3D printed irons.
Yeah, roll and bulge and irons. Like, I can't even discuss that. I don't have a fucking clue what that is. Do you know that got approved by the RNA a week
on the Monday?
Yeah, like a few days before. And he goes out and shoots. What did he shoot on the first? Like 6, 7 under.
Yeah, 7.
Bloke's a piss take, changing the game single-handedly. Yeah, but he like just goes to show even on the lower tour levels and stuff is like it's almost in today's day and age it's not enough just to be a great player.
No, it's not
anymore. Unless you are Scotty Scheffler, John Rahm, an absolute world beater, like these Rory McIlroy, this very top echelon, top 10 top 20 player. It's just not enough to be.
Not in this world.
No, and not with the new crop of eyes coming up.
I say it all the time. Golfers that are watching YouTube golf from the age of 12 to, let's just go 28-ish, 26-ish, can name more YouTube golfers than they probably could top 20. As soon as you slip out that top 8 to 10 PGA, people start going,
100%.
So it's definitely changing. And Bryson, hats off to you for doing it all. He must just work tirelessly. Because I know for a fact he practices probably topless in his net in the garden. Every night.
I think he's just one of the guys
who
just loves golf.
Putting,
as well.
Plays, films. Because we know playing takes up a lot of time. Filming, competing.
And you can argue as well as like the YouTube. It's not money driven.
No. He just gets sick.
Don't get me wrong, he's making good bank off of it as well, but it's not. He don't need the money.
No, it's just going in there.
Yeah,
rainy day. Yeah. He's a live boy. He's got silk pajamas.
He has got silk pajamas, but he grinds with his silk pajamas.
Yeah.
Loves his golf.
I like
on live as well. Quickly as well. Did you see the attendance for Adelaide?
Yeah, 97 bangers.
97,000 people turned up for that event.
You get rowdy, didn't it?
Yeah. See, I'm really not old school in my approach to golf whatsoever, but like I do. It's a bit much sometimes.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. I love lads. I love lads. I love rowdiness.
But I think in no other sport in no other sport do you allow the audience to put off players as much as what that is. Because they've been paid big bags and been paid this money and stuff, but like they're still trying to play and you've got loud music playing and people screaming and this and that. And it's like that is off-putting for golf. When you're playing, if you're a footballer or you're thinking people in the stand, you can't fucking hear them.
No, and also I think even for like darts, which is notoriously known as rowdiness, let's go to the, what is it, Ali Pali? Someone will correct me. And they get rowdy. Even when they throw the free darts, it's
silent.
Yeah. Apart from when it lands, and they...
Yeah.
And that is a rowdiness known as beers, lads. So, I agree with that. Golf is golf.
Yeah, I think it keeps some of the, if people are hitting their shots and stuff, just shut up.
Yeah.
Like, be rowdy, like you said, in between shots. If great shots get hit into the greens, if putt gets made, be a bit more rowdy than what you usually see. Play your music on some holes, maybe, and that's the music holes, but, it just looked like a big party there, which is great. The game's moving forward. Liv are definitely trying to push the envelope with that, but, I still think I have a little bit of respect for the players that are going there trying to because they're trying
still
to concentrate.
Yeah, and not all of them are in
I've
the
got
silk
massive
pajamas
contracts,
yet.
no.
And some of them are still trying to pave their way and whatnot. But it's cool, and I like the after golf. Cam Smith's up with Fisher. He's always up with Fisher. Fisher done an event and he's doing shoes and stuff. Yeah. That's cool. Do that out of golf. Love that. Yeah. But yeah, in golf, I agree with you.
Yeah, it's a bit much. And yeah, the last thing I wanted to talk about, West, is we've got some big plans this year. Hopefully, if the channel can continue to grow, to second videographer is the next thing.
Yep.
And hopefully an editor, mate. And I believe the reason I'm really all in on trying to get an editor, because I think if my hands could be just freed up by
50% or 30%.
30%.
Yeah.
Think of the stuff we could do on short form to grow the channel on that. Food for thought. I've just been thinking about that recently, with today's vlog and stuff like that. I was like, if I didn't have to go back and now sit on the computer to edit this till whatever time we do this, we'd free up a lot of time.
Shank.
It would free up a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I just think it would just make for... Just keep your fucking eyes peeled, man. The golf supply coming. We've got some big plans this year. And we will execute on them. We absolutely promise you that. Like we said, all the new eyes on the channel, welcome.
We just need time.
Yeah.
Time is our currency.
Yeah.
Currency is fine. Time is our currency.
Mm-hmm.
Yours needs to be freed up through avenues within the GS. Mine needs to be freed up with external. And once they marry up,
it's game over.
Yeah, we'll be in a very, very good place going forward. So
it's game over.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this relatively shorter podcast for us. I know it's just a lot of chatting shit, really, but we'll
get you a guest.
What was that?
We'll get them a guest.
Yeah, Josh next week will be our guest. You heard it live on the podcast, but we want to keep one of the podcasts. We don't want to guest every single, genuinely, we don't want to guest every single week because, like we said on the first ever podcast, did anyone put a question poll up, West?
Oh
no. Did people respond? Oh, we've got loads.
Oh, really?
Let's just quickly run through these quickly. Catback Golf. A few tips that help you guys in starting out, creating golf content, loving your stuff. Boys, Westy, run with that. A few tips that help you guys starting out creating golf content.
Make sure you have time, a lot of time, and make sure maybe I would say do it with a friend's call.
Yeah.
Time and a friend.
And then I would add on to that Catback Golf, just depending on what type of content you're making, if you're going down the YouTube space or something, just do a shit ton of research on the equipment to buy and what's going to be best for it. Otherwise, you'll do what we do and you'll just spend so much money on equipment that just isn't fit for purpose for filming golf videos, and you'll just end up buying the equipment again. So two things:
but have fun. Do it for fun.
Do it for fun to start off with. Do it as a hobby. Do it in your spare time. Do it to the best of your ability. Make the best possible content that you can. See where it goes from there. If you can continue enjoying it whilst doing it, great. But it's going to take a lot of time and it's going to take a lot of effort, and it won't happen overnight. But yeah, the one that I would say is just really look into the equipment that you're buying, because it's so easy just to buy the wrong shit and then having to buy it twice. But thanks for your question, mate. Next one, Stephen Clark. Do you guys see this as something you want to do full time in the near future?
Within the next year or two, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So bad it's good golf. Is Gaz dating Charlie Hull? Don't know. When will you film with Rick Shields? Don't know.
Yeah, it's not that I wouldn't want to, but it's not a collab that interests me, and that's not because I don't like Rick.
No.
Don't
get me wrong. If the invite's there, we'll go on the channel.
100%.
Heartbeat.
But there's other people I would rather play with.
Do you reckon because he doesn't follow us on anything?
No, maybe he does. Maybe he's the Godfather. He just moves around the chess pieces of the golf space, so he probably knows everyone within it. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't.
If you do know us, Rick, why have you not followed us?
He is the Godfather, though. So,
yeah, we follow you, mate. Next question: When are you going to challenge so bad it's good golfing? Oh, it's the person.
Oh, okay. Classic.
Churchy boy, George needs some shorts, not so tight for boxing. George needs some shorts, not so tight for boxing.
So I'm assuming you go boxing with George, and he wears tight shorts at boxing.
Okay.
And he's got his little monkey nuts sat there or something.
Yeah, okay. That wasn't really a question. That was just a statement. Tom Joyce, Tom, would you play in the Myrtle Beach qualifier if invited next year? So I forgot to mention this just before we sign off. The interesting take from Garrett at Good was, and I did really align myself with this, is that sponsor exemption then put on that event, and all of the content creators going to play in it and stuff. Obviously, it's great for the sponsor because whoever it was that sponsored it, I'm sure it was plastered all over the event and stuff like that.
Yep.
But the point of sponsor exemptions is for professionals or elite amateurs who might have a chance of getting their break on a PGA Tour event.
Okay.
That's the point of it.
Yeah.
So the thing that I definitely agree with Garrett with, and I don't agree with, not to say that I don't want to come in here and say that I wouldn't play on it next year, because it would be a great content opportunity. But if I was the size of Garrett and Good, I would have probably had the same stance as Garrett of, why am I going to go playing that when it's taking a spot away from an aspiring professional getting a PGA Tour start?
Millions.
Yeah. So, at the moment, our current size from an exposure standpoint, it would benefit us massively to go in there. If at Myrtle Beach next year we've got 1 million subscribers and we don't, quote-unquote, need the exposure or need to go and play in that, then no, I would not play in it, because I would much rather an aspiring professional, an amateur coming up or something, have that spot to go play in the PGA Tour event. Because let's face it, George got a second exemption. That Matt Axion's obviously a great player. He's going to go play in it. But anyone else who won that, they're not going to go win that fucking PGA Tour event.
No, yeah.
And it's not going to be valuable experience for them moving forward. So all they're going to take from that is they're going to be able to make some cool content playing in a PGA Tour event. Yeah. Whereas like someone else who got that sponsor exemption, could potentially do massive things for their career, playing in front of thousands of people, the pressure, meeting other professionals, learning from them. So I would side with Garrett on the stance, and I think it's very respectable that he turned down his invite on those principles, because I definitely do align with them. I'd much rather a person who is chasing golf as playing golf, professional golf as their career.
Yep. They
are more worthy to have that spot than me.
Yeah, no.
But if we're the size that we are, then great to get your eyes on your channel, all that sort of stuff. So I would play in it, but only if, I would play in it. So that rounds up podcast number 5, the GS podcast.
Thank you all.
Thank you all for watching, new and old. If you're new, like we said, hope you enjoyed it. If you've got a company and you want to sponsor us for loads of money and have an ad roll on here, then get in contact with us either on Instagram or send us an email on info@thegolfsupply.co.uk. It'll be coming up on screen for you now. And me and Westy will have those conversations off camera of how much we charge this boy for what's a fair price to charge him. But no, we do you a good deal. See you later, everyone.
Ciao, Bella.